What's up, guys? Welcome back to Circl. My name is Fran. I'm with a special guest right now.
Hey guys, I'm Raj. I'm the main video editor.
So we're going to be talking about the successful CEOs before the fame. So we're going to start off with Dropbox, with Drew Houston and Arash Ferdowsi, where they utilize their college network with the mentors, the professors, the students in it to build and scale their business, as well as the simple story of how Dropbox was even invented because Drew forgot his USB. So Dropbox started because Drew forgot his USB frequently. And he was thinking to himself, wow, what happens if I just create a digital one where I can store it in the cloud? So that's what he actually did. They made the prototype while he was still at MIT. He used the mentoring services to provide guidance and refine their business model with the professors, the alumni network that they had in MIT. Once traction started, they hired MIT students and grads. So it was a great pipeline for them because, one, they validated their idea. On top of that, they hired top-of-the-class resources. They also utilized an invite-only system for their go-to-market, and they also developed a referral program. They worked on their user experience and ease of use. Simplicity was also in their favor, where the users dropped their files into the folder, hence Dropbox. They also went crazy whenever they had a viral marketing campaign with a video posted on Dig and Hacker News basically explaining how to use a product. Overnight, they gained 75,000 users. Now, they met because in Y Combinator, they required two co-founders for the company. If you don't know Y Combinator, it's a leading startup accelerator program where a lot of different big-time companies that you heard of today started from. Dropbox, Reddit, a lot of these other companies came from Y Combinator. And he was looking at the network in MIT and he found Arash, a student at that time, who eventually dropped out because Drew was business minded and Arash was this huge technical smart guy that became his CTO. Crazy.
Nice.
So the story about this is because why I bring this up is because ideas are really simple. Think of a problem that you can solve, any problem that you have. If there's not a solution out there to it, why not make it yourself, right? And hopefully that's in tech too, because you can make a lot of money, right, Raj? What do you think about that?
Absolutely.
And also seeing the university resources, right? They use their professors, they use their classmates to use the app the software to eventually become huge. Some key takeaways from Dropbox. So they had a simple product for a painful problem. People don't want to leave their USB, and now they can, right? People in the past, they would need their USB to carry their files around for whatever project that they were doing. But now Dropbox makes it easier for them. They also leverage their college network. MIT gave them the resources that they needed to succeed. Eventually, they became YC backed. Furthermore, their go-to-market strategy helped them a ton. The viral video that they had made them skyrocket overnight. Plus, their referral system and program, which I believe it was 10 gigabytes that you would get for free or 30 gigabytes for free if you referred a friend, made it crucial for them to grow. The next company we're going to be talking about is Coursera with Andrew Ng and Daphne Collar. And we're going to be talking about how online courses made them billions and how Stanford helped them skyrocket to new heights, as well as how the college network that they had in Stanford helped them with them being visionary professors. So Coursera's idea came from taking online classes and how the professors wanted to take online classes and make it accessible to everyone worldwide free of charge. So with the help of university faculty, they helped validate their ideas and their business model. The first users came from Stanford professors who use it for their own online classes. They eventually got into the Stanford incubator, and both professors saw the impact and the need when they taught a machine learning course online with 100,000 student signups on the platform. They had pre-recorded lectures that had automated grading and peer discussions, and they partnered with other leading universities that helped them raise funding. Students are the only people that can leverage the network. Professors utilize it all the time. So why don't you? Right? But they figured out how to make billions from it. So the interesting thing from Coursera is that the network that you have in college can be applied not only for a student but also professor or staff anywhere and from any university. And all these universities are interconnected, and so if you see the power of university, you can go take that power and make it into a business. Why not start it today? So key takeaways from Coursera. They started with their network. They provided credibility and an early user base. Right? Being from a university, it just established credibility. Massive global problem. See, in the United States, education is accessible everywhere. Right? Online courses are everywhere, and you can take any classes pretty much from any university. Right? With Harvard and Stanford offering free courses now, or even paid courses online. But the rest of the world isn't. And so they found that out, and they tackled it and became billionaires from it. It's crazy. What they also did was they had data that they used to improve the product. So they analyzed student behavior to refine the structure and the overall effectiveness of their course, because obviously you want to make it to where it's effective, right? You can't just learn it. So they took the data and figured out a way to improve their product on it. It's very cool. The next company we're going to be talking about is Snapchat, with Evan Spiegel, Bobby Murphy, and Reggie Brown. We're going to be talking about how a fraternity bro went from fraternity bro to billionaire. They brainstormed an idea together and they brought it into reality. Also, how they made privacy private by focusing on the problem of the fear of a bad digital footprint to unleashing a version of people that is hidden publicly. Snapchat came from a brainstorming session for a startup company because these three wanted to start a startup. Initially, it was called Peekaboo. Social media at that time had permanent posts, and they thought that these students would want something less permanent. So they went and banked on the opposite. The first users were their Stanford classmates. The MVP, minimum viable product, had the ability to send a picture that self-deletes after a few seconds. If you don't know what MVP is, think of it as this mini version of your entire product that has the main features and benefits to solve the problem directly, to get validation and to get a little bit of market sentiment on it, and also get feedback to improve on it. They also, in this MVP, had no text or video, just straight images showing how simplicity is key for the MVP. They boomed after high schoolers adopted it, where in 2023 the app reached 100,000 users, and a lot of that was from high school. See, they had an initial problem where they pushed out Reggie Brown from the founding team. That led to a $157 million lawsuit. After that, Spiegel and Murphy rebranded it to Snapchat to how we know it today. So key takeaways from Snapchat. They anticipated a behavioral shift where teens went from normal permanent posting to this private impermanent sharing. They also utilized a word of mouth campaign where the strongest and best way to sell is through other people, not just you. Because referrals are the best way to sell because of this idea of social proof, where people come together in this type of community where they want to be part of that community, just like normal human nature. And since they think it's cool, this new thing, and all their friends are using it, they adopt it too. So fast iteration to disrupt the market. There's another thing that they did where they added features through recommendations before the other tech giants could adopt it, showing how fast and efficiency is key when you're a startup. So in summary, college is a sandbox where you just have to figure out how to build that castle. You have a unique opportunity right now where you can take as much risk as possible, because the only risk that you're taking is not taking it. If you fail, you can go get a job. After your job, go ahead and start the business all over again. We all know that we don't want to get a job and retire there. We all know we want to start a company. Do it right now. The vast network in college is a market you should and you will tap into. From professors, your classmates, to alumni, connect to everyone. Think about your big business idea and execute on it. Build a team that you find in college. And build and grow together. Word of mouth is huge. See, a lot of people, whenever they're thinking about starting a business, is this red ocean business. And we'll talk about that another time. If you want to look into it, think and read about the blue ocean strategy, where a lot of these people come with a business idea only to compete with a market that is already very competitive with a lot of other companies in it. But the thing is, if you think about a big idea, it's easier for you because maybe there's only one or two companies in that space. And if you figure out a way to make it more efficient, cheaper, more effective, and more accessible to everyone, you're going to go the right path. Also, have an open mind. If you see a pattern here, a lot of these people found something and they made a product and then they improved it, whether it's with data, whether it's with feedback, whether it's talking to people and asking them for their opinions. Do it. Just do it. What is there to really lose here? And remember this. Finding a problem to solve and finding that idea, that $1 billion idea, is as simple as forgetting your USB at your dorm.